Welcome, everyone. My name is Nicole, and we are in the Apache National Forest down at the Triple X Abandoned Ranch and along the Blue River. And it's just so beautiful, and it's been a gorgeous time. So, this class is going to be like a hip opener, really try to get into the legs here. So, that sounds good to you. We'll go ahead and begin seated. So let's find your seat. The longer I'm here, the more dirt I'm covered in, so pardon me. And we're going to engage our core root down through the sitting bones. And then rest the hands down, close the eyes, and let's call in the breath now. Breathe deeply in through the nose and out the nose. Just take a few moments here, breathing deeply, focusing on the breath. And we're going to inhale the fingers overhead, get really tall, reach. Place the palms together, come down through heart center, pause here. Now, if you'd like to set an intention for the class, now's a great time. You can just pick anything that calls to you, anything you're working on in your life, anything you want to give this energy to, dedicate your practice to. And then drop the fingers down. Inhale overhead. This time we're going to twist to the right. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale through center. Twist over your left. A few more rounds. Inhaling and exhaling. Last time to the left. To center. Beautiful. Let's switch the cross on our legs for a moment. Reach the right fingertips out and the left fingers sweep up and over. A little side stretch. Breathe into that side body. And then come back through center. Reach off the other way. Inhale, right fingers up and over. And inhale. Come back to seated. Now let's do some spinal circles here. You can have your hands on your knees and just kind of help move your torso around. And then switch directions. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and move around now onto all fours. Put your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Let's move through some cat-cow. So tilt your tailbone, press down and away with the hands to broaden across your collarbones. Look up for cow, and then for cat, pull in through the core, round behind the back of the heart, drop the head. And then just go ahead and move back and forth now. Breathing. And then come back to neutral. We're going to pull in through the core, step the left foot through our hands. Pick up the back knee. So we're in this low lunge. Shift forward on the ball of the back foot here. And then from here, almost lower that knee. And then press, straighten the leg again strongly. 2 more times. Almost lower the knee to the floor. And then straighten the leg. Press out strongly through that back heel. Last time. Beautiful. Now lower the back knee. Press through your front heel. Square your left hip back with your right. Pull your heart forward with your fingertips. And then exhale, forward fold for half splits. And then shift back forward. Lift your back knee. Pivot the toes to the long edge of the mat. And then travel all the way to the back. Low lunge with the right leg in front now. Shifting forward and back on the ball of the back foot. And then we're going to almost lower the knee to the floor. And then straight and strong out that back leg. Almost lower and straighten. Beautiful. Now lower the back knee. Half splits the right leg in front. Pulling that right hip back. Pulling your heart forward. And then forward folding from there. And then shift forward. Lift your back knee. Pivot the toes to the long edge of the mat. Little bend in the knees. Fingertips on the floor blocks. Pull your heart forward. And then exhale, forward fold. Letting the head, neck, and jaw relax. Keeping the legs super active, core engaged. And then inhale. Look forward. Turn back to the front of the mat. Step your right foot to meet your left foot. And you can have your feet hip width or together. Bend the knees. Inhale, chair pose. Engaging that core. Really trying to grow through the spine here. Hands to the sky. Breathing. Kind of shifting the weight a little bit further back in your heels. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway look forward. Exhale, step back into plank. Pause for a moment. Take a breath in and out. And another 2 breaths. And then slightly shift forward. Elbows hug in. Lower all the way down. Bring your forearms out in front. Pull your elbows into you to help get a little length, get a lift and broadening. Sphinx pose. And then hands under shoulders. Press back onto all fours. You could sway it out here if you like. And then engaging through the core. So you can step that left foot through once more. Press into half splits. And then inhale, shift forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, shift forward. Now this time when you shift forward, engage, come on up. You might need to scoot that front leg a little closer to you. Hands on your thighs, press away. See it nice and tall here. And then if you want to stay with the hands interlaced, or you can interlace the fingers behind you, roll the shoulders, pick them up, roll them down, and then a little bit of an arc up, a little back bend here. And then shift forward, right hand comes down, twist open or send your weight a little more open to the right, kick the back foot in. You could lasso it and then pull it into your bum and then kick away. And then release. Come back around. Lift your back knee. Pivot the toes to the long edge of the mat again. Inhale, pull your heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway look up. And then return to the back. So our right leg's in front now. Lower the knee. Press into half splits. Pulling that right hip back. Heels pressing down strongly and slightly drawing into me. Help activate the underside of my legs. And then shift forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, press back. Now shift forward. And then we're going to let the weight shift a little to the left side. Kick that back foot in. Grab for the foot. Draw it in and then kick away and breathe. And then release, come back around your right leg. Prepare to come on up. And then interlace your fingers, just down on that thigh. Feel a nice lift. Now seek lower through the hips you can. And then maybe keep your hands here. Raise them up overhead. And then reach really tall, slight back bend. And then come on up. Beautiful. A lunge. Turn. Long edge of the mat. And I'll pull your heart forward. And then this time you can take the same forward fold we've been doing or interlace the fingers behind the low back and bring the wrists up overhead. Keep a little micro bend in the knees so you stay nice and strong. And then release the hands if you interlaced. Inhale, halfway, look forward. Step back, around to the front of the mat and step it into place. Take a few breaths. And then from here, pull in, step that left foot through. Again, lower the back knee and the toes. Come on back up. Inhale, you can stay here. Bring those fingers up. Really reach up and back. Maybe a little more this time. down, press through the front heel, half splits. Use your fingertips to pull that chest and forward, right? Chin's lifting. We're getting rid of the roundedness. Drop the head, breathe. And then shift forward. Curl your back toes under. Lift the back knee. Pivot to the long edge of the mat. Now this time, we're going to skandasana side to side. So you could stay high, just bend the knees a little bit side to side, or come down all the way, or do no hands, inhaling and exhaling. And then stay to the right when you get there. And then pivot the toes to the back of the mat. Lower that back knee. Come on up. And you can interlace the fingers or raise them to the sky and lift up. Heart back, the heart. And then inhale. Come on out. Curl your back toes under. Lift the knee. Turn all the way back. Step into plank. And then from here, I'm going to do a little pigeon pose. So draw your right knee behind your right wrist. Scoochie the back leg out. You want your hips square to the short edge of your mat. You want to keep this engagement like you could lift off, right? We're not just collapsing out here. You can stick a block under this right hip if it's tight. And you can also forward fold if that calls to you. Breathe wherever you're at. A few moments here. Alright, hands under shoulders, inhale, be forward folded, rise on up, and then let the hips drop to the right now, and that back leg is going to come all the way around and hook around your front thigh. Sit evenly, take a moment to sit evenly in your sitting bones, engaging the core, left hand behind you. Inhale, reach those right fingers to the sky. And then as that core is engaged, we slightly come forward, hook, and then re-straighten out to continue to twist over the left shoulder. Or you just clasp the knee with your elbow if you like. And then over time, this hand comes and binds the foot, and then maybe around with the other hand. I find this is nice and liberating. You stay nice and tall. Bring your head back. Come on and come undone. We're going to come back to all fours. Do pigeon on the other side. So draw your left knee behind your left wrist. Turn your shin in so your left heel is about where your right hip is. And scoochie that back leg out. Square your hips to the short edge of the mat. Engage. Maybe stay upright. Maybe add that block. Maybe forward fold. Find that right amount of sensation for you and just breathe there. If you forward fold and go ahead and hands under shoulders, rise on up. Inhale, let the hips drop to the left. The back leg draws all the way around and hooks that front knee. So evenly on your sitting bones. Sit tall, core engaged. Right hand, fingertips behind you. Left hand raises to the sky. Inhale it up, really reach. And then slightly come forward. Hook, reach straight, and look over that right shoulder. Or just clasp the knee and breathe. Inhaling length and slight twist on the exhale. And turn your head back. And the rest of you, let's come into Baddha Konasana here, pressing the soles of the feet together, fingertips behind you. Let that lift you up, maybe come closer to your feet. And then you can open the feet like a book, keep the binding pressing together and drawing into you. And pull that heart forward, chin raises, maybe forward fold here, or just stay up tall. Breathe into your sensations. And then inhale, come on up. And the feet now, we're going to move them just a little further away from us. Separate them some, maybe 2 fists worth. Press the knife edge of your feet down strongly. And that same thing that you're drawing your feet towards you. So all of a sudden, right, no activation, activate it. And then forward fold. And go ahead and just round here though. Let the head drop down. Keep the legs active. And then inhale, look forward. And then take one leg, extend it out. And then the other, extend it out. You can always have a little bend in your knees if you need. Pulling your heart chin forward again. And then letting the head drop here for forward fold. And then go ahead and gently sit on up. And we're going to extend our legs out wide. Let's see if I can do this well. Okay, there we go. The sand is so lovely, but I'm crazy dirty. All right. engaging. And you can slowly walk forward. You roll the thighs out a little bit. You can say hi, wherever's clever here. You fold all the way forward if that's available to you. And then we're going to twist, staying low over that right leg for a few breaths. And then staying low, we're going to walk through center, off to the other leg. A few breaths here. And then back through center, pausing. Maybe you got a little more juice. And then inhale, go ahead and gently come on up. And to come out, we're going to very gently lean back, hands under knees, help those bad boys up and out. And we're going to prepare now to lay down onto our backs. Just take a moment here. Let's go ahead and cactus the arms, feet as wide as the mat, and let the knees tick-tock side to side. So exhale off the side, inhale through center, exhaling, inhaling. Beautiful. Now raise your right leg to the sky. You can extend the left foot long, and you can have behind the thigh or toe lock with that big toe. Pulling that hip down into the earth. Releasing that low back. And then from here, open that foot off to the right. And if you have a strap, it's super handy for this. I just don't have one. And then inhale back through center. And then cactus your right arm as you bring that right leg across the body now. Get into that IT band. Keep breathing. And then inhale back through center and go ahead and release the leg down. We're going to switch. So send the left toes up now. And you could do the toe lock. You could use a strap or, however you want to try and make this work. But a strap or toe lock's the best. Then you can have the straight legs, releasing that low back hip down into the earth. Deep breathing. And then begin to open that left leg off to the side, to the left. Inhale, pull through center. Switch hands, cactus your left arm, and the foot comes across the body now. Getting into the outside of the leg. And then back through center. And then go ahead and release. All the sand's falling in my face. All right, both knees. Draw them up and then draw the soles of the feet together. Enjoy this for a moment. And then knees up. Let's get one last little twist in here. Right leg over left, hips up to the right, and then the knees come over to the left. Reach, look to the right. Come back through center, come undone. Take a moment to re-straighten out. Cross your left leg over your right leg. Hips up to the left a smidge. Knees drop to the right. Look, reach to the left. Breathe deeply. Enjoy. And then come on out. Come undone. Let's grab a little happy baby here. Grab outside edges of your feet. Feet go up. Knees draw on the outside of your torso. And then you're really releasing your whole back, head into the mat, the earth. We're starting to you can roll around, see if you can relieve any last little tensions. And then drop the feet down again. Back into reclining Baddha Konasana. Last few breaths before Shavasana. And then as you feel ready, begin to lengthen the legs out, keeping the feet together until it doesn't feel right anymore. And then you let them spread open, let the shoulders lightly roll under. Make any little adjustments that you need to make so that you can completely let go in this last pose, corpse pose. Bring to mind your intention once more. And then let this be a timer that can just seep in, receive the benefits of your practice, receive, you did the doing, but also the non-doing is just as important in the whole process. So breathe into any sensations that come up. You did great work. I'll guide you out in just a few minutes. Begin to deepen your breath. Roll to your right side and pause there for a moment. Just allowing yourself to take your time as you push yourself back to a seated position. Noticing how you're doing, how you're feeling, how the class resonated with you. Hopefully it went well. Reach out with any questions. I enjoy practicing with you. I hope you enjoy the lovely backdrop. I know I did. The light within me sees and recognizes the light within you. Take care.